Elite Facts presents Top 10 Mythical Creatures We're Glad Don't Exist. 10. The Domovoi. The first on the list is the little bearded fellow, the Domovoi. This guy has the ability to shapeshift into the humans and animals that reside in the house, and its favorite pastime is being like its owner. If you're good, it'll be good. If you're evil, it'll be evil. You can summon your Domovoi too. Just give a shout of, "Grandfather Dobrokot, please come into my house and tend the flocks." 9. The Uisge. Hailing from Scottish mythology, the Uisge is a water spirit and comes from the Gaelic language to mean water horse, hence its depiction. They are very dangerous creatures in the Scottish mythology, inhabiting lochs and seas around the Highlands. What makes them more worrying is that they can shapeshift into regular horses and man too. In its form as a water horse, the creature will bond with humans, enticing them to ride on its back. If it's on land, it will make its way to water. Once the creature is wet, the rider will bind to it like glue and the horse will drown its victim, eating it all except the liver, which is for others to find. As a man, it's only recognized by the seaweed in its hair, and will do much the same as its horse form, enticing humans to join it in the water before killing them. 8. The Graeae, sometimes known as the Fate, are the three sisters who shared one eye and one mouth. They were in fact sisters to the Gorgons. Their names were Dino, Enyo, and Pemfredo. Most stories portrayed the Graeae sisters as old hags. Some poets actually described them as beautiful creatures. The Fates are known for holding the thread of life, with which they could cut with their scissors and end whoever's thread it was they snipped. 7. The Gorgons were three monsters in Greek mythology, daughters of Echidna and Typhon, the mother and father of all monsters. Their names were Stheno, Uriel, and the most famous of them all, Medusa. Although the first two were immortal, Medusa was not. Their faces were ugly and their hair was replaced by snakes. Anyone who would gaze into their eyes would be turned to stone instantly. The famous Perseus was the one who slayed Medusa by chopping off her head. The head kept its powers, and he then used it to turn the giant creatures attacking Athens to stone. 6. The Jikininki mean human-eating ghosts, and that already means that this won't end well. They're spirits of cursed individuals who are greedy in life and are now forced to seek out and eat human corpses at night. Jikininki are said to look like decomposing corpses with sharp claws and glowing eyes. They're also said to have the ability to magically disguise themselves as normal human beings and lead normal lives by day. It seems to me that anyone could be one of these creatures. 5. Koschei the Deathless is the classic mythological villain. The guy who goes and steals the hero's wife, tries to woo her, but ultimately cannot because he had forgotten he was a kidnapper, a sadist, and an all-around awful person. There's only one way to kill him. You must destroy his soul. The problem is he has hidden his soul inside of a needle. And it gets worse. It's not even in a haystack. It's inside of an egg, which is inside of a duck, which in turn is inside of a hare. The hare itself is hidden inside of an iron box, which is buried under an oak tree, which is on the mythical island of Buyan. So good luck finding that soul. 4. A Leshy is a woodland spirit from Slavic legends which protects animals in forests. It's a tall creature which can change its size, its hair, and a beard made out of living grass and vines. And it has a tail, hooves, and horns. Its skin is pale and its eyes are green. It's close to the gray wolf and bears. As a weapon, it carries a club, and it's considered to be the lord of the forest. They also have no shadow. They have loud cries and can imitate the voices of people. They're not really evil, but do sometimes kidnap wanderers and women and tickle them to death in their lair. 3. Sheshnag is a large, thousand-headed serpent, often referred to as the king of all serpents in the Hindu mythology. Though the creature is not evil in its description, it is a bit weird. According to the myth, it is said that all the planets of the universe are located on its heads, and each time he shifts Earth from one head to another, an earthquake takes place. It's said that when he uncoils, time moves forward and creation takes place. When he coils back, the universe ceases to exist. Sheshnag is generally depicted with a massive form that floats coiled in space or in the universal ocean to form the bed on which Vishnu lies. Also known as Sheshna, which means that which remains from the Sanskrit, because when the world is destroyed at the end of 4.32 billion years, Sheshna remains as he is. 2. The Strigoi. Romania is well known for its vampires, especially the infamous Count Dracula, but it also contains a myth of what is possibly the founder of all the vampire tales, the Strigoi. The Strigoi is a troubled soul from beyond the grave, and he's ready to devour your blood and roam the earth once more. He can also become invisible and transform into the shape of an animal. A creature of demonic lineage, the Strigoi is so feared in the country that there are still cases of graves being dug up to eliminate the vampiric menace. 1. The Wendigo. The Wendigo is a creature appearing in the mythology of the Algonquin people. Descriptions of the Wendigo vary across the culture, but they're generally described as a large alien-like canine beast. They are malevolent and cannibalistic creatures. Wendigos are strongly associated with winter, the north, and coldness. Human beings will transform into Wendigos if they perform cannibalism. The person will become possessed by the demonic spirit of the beast, usually in a dream. Once transformed, the individual will become violent and obsessed with eating human flesh. These monsters are the embodiments of gluttony, greed, and excess. They're never satisfied with killing and consuming one person. Wendigos are constantly searching for new victims. They've been classified as giants, and upon transformation, the human will grow considerably in size. Thanks for watching another amazing video, folks. Subscribe for more from Elite Facts.